there are a lot of good season previews out there, including this one. By the Hockey News. I love the Hockey News. Nothing against them. See, we got Crosby and it's got Kessel on the front cover, both wearing Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys. Ain't that delightful? So you could just read that. Or you can watch me. I am Justin. I am part of TML Shanna Clan. That's the YouTube name of this channel. Affiliated with my Facebook hockey page, The Hockey Gods. Like it up. And I'm going to be bringing you videos all season long about hockey and the Leafs. I'm a Leafs fan. You can see my Leaf jersey right there. It's a Phil Kessel jersey. You don't want to turn it around. We'll get into that later. But for right now, before the season starts, I'm going to bring you a couple of season preview videos. Each division. I got to keep them about under 10 to 12 minutes because I made one that was like 20 minutes long and YouTube said, nope, too long. What the hell? Anyway, we're going to start with the Pacific Division. Pacific Division has... Well, actually, I'm going to get to this first. This is the Book of Hockey. It's actually just a green notebook from Staples. And it's going to keep all my hockey notes in it. So we're going to start with the Pacific Division. The Pacific Division does have 7 teams in it. The Vancouver Canucks, the Anaheim Ducks, the LA Kings, the Calgary Flames, the San Jose Sharks, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Arizona Coyotes. Pretty decent division, but we're going to go through each team quickly, and I'm going to start with the Anaheim Ducks. By far, probably the best team in this division. I will not be cutting videos and cutting the time in between that when I'm looking at the book and everything like that. Not for the season preview. I believe I should be doing that for the time for the season. I should have my editing software figured out by then. I have it figured out, but I just haven't been able to set it all up properly and master it yet. So by the time the season starts, I will be editing videos to make them much more interesting. We're at 2 minutes about right now. So let's begin. Anaheim Ducks. We'll start off with them. The Anaheim Ducks have 3 goaltenders. Antoine Hudobin, Frederik Andersen, and John Gibson. Let's throw Hudobin aside because he ain't started. And he better not. Anaheim's dumb as nails. 2 goalies, Frederik Andersen, John Gibson. They're both really good. Who am I going to give the edge to? I'm going to give it to John Gibson. John Gibson, I think he's got way more potential. And he's not going to get that potential to be fulfilled if he's always backing up for Frederik Andersen. That's nothing against Andersen. He's got good potential. He's a starting goalie, and he will be a starting goalie. Probably, I think, not on the Anaheim Ducks, though. I think John Gibson's the guy. I think he's just got way too much potential. He can be an all-star goalie. Got to give him some games. If you get through the season with Gibson and Andersen, had Gibson play a little more games, I'm sure even with Gibson, that even if he's not quite being an elite goalie, you're going to make the playoffs. The Anaheim Ducks are freaking loaded with skilled depth players. It's ridiculous. And if it comes time for the playoffs and Gibson isn't getting it done, you switch to Andersen. But Gibson needs the time in the season to grow. So do that. Basically, the only other big thing they did, besides maybe getting Mike Santorelli, was they made a trade with the New York Rangers. They sent away Emerson Entum, and they got back Carl Hagelin. Hagelin is a very good depth player. Actually, he's not depth. He's probably like a second-line left winger from Sweden. He's fast. He can score. Great pickup for the Anaheim Ducks. I love it. Emerson Entum. He might be that good one day, but he's not right now. He's more of a younger guy. I can see what the Rangers are trying to do here. They have cap problems. Emerson Entum is an NHL player. He's not as good as Carl Hagelin right now, but in 2 or 3 years, could he be? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Let's go to the Vancouver Canucks. So the Vancouver Canucks made a trade in the offseason that sent Nick Bonino, I think it was Adam Clendening? It was. And a second-round pick to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, to the Pittsburgh Penguins in return for Brandon Sutter and a third. Brandon Sutter is a great third-line center, but I think Pittsburgh won this trade. I think Nick Bonino can be a second-line forward. Adam Clendening with more depth going to hurt a team. It's not going to hurt him. And they get a second-round pick, which honestly, the difference between a first and second is big, and the difference between a second and third is big. Between third and seventh, it's kind of a little bit more close in my opinion. First, second, third, they have big gaps in between them, the value. So second round pick actually has a hell lot more value than a third. In that case, I do like this trade for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I like it for the Vancouver Canucks. I just don't think they won. It's my opinion. Also, they did trade away, and this one confuses me just a little bit. They sent Zach Kassian to the Montreal Canadiens for Brandon Prust. I guess, I don't know. The teams were like, hey, you want Kassian? Sure, who do you want back? Oh, no, we want some toughness. Oh, we'll give you a Prust. I can't see the conversation going on anymore. This trade could not have been the hardest trade to figure out, honestly. This trade did probably, I don't think, took a lot of time. I wouldn't be surprised if they started talking about this trade on free agency day, which the day the trade happened on. Like, this trade just doesn't look like a trade that required any effort. It looked like a trade that was just like, okay, Zach Ashley needs a change of scenery. We'll take Prest off your hands. Sure, do it. Done. That's it. I don't think there's a winner or a loser here. If Zach Ashley can maybe fulfill a little bit of his potential and maybe get like 8 goals a season and be a tough guy, then I say Montreal wins. If he can't do that and Prest is just a guy a fourth line player who fights for Vancouver, I guess they win, but I mean, it's not a big win. It's kind of like it's a trade, but it's a pointless trade. I just thought I'd say that because I didn't really see the big deal of the entire trade. Calgary. I wanted to talk about Calgary more than any other team. Calgary, well, in this division. Calgary Flames. Let's start off with what they did first. They did amazing last season with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan. No one thought they would make the playoffs, and they made it, and they beat the Vancouver Canucks in the first round. Like, boom. Good job, Calgary. Very good job. They traded for Dougie Hamilton. They traded away a first and 2 seconds, and those 2 seconds were both from Washington, I believe. Don't hold me to that. Boston, they didn't choose a very good guy with their first round. Did you hear that Boston, all 3 guys they chose, I think it was 14, 15, 16, all failed the conditioning test? I'm going to talk about that so much when it's Boston's turn for the preview because that's just too funny. But yeah, they traded away a first and 2 seconds for Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton is worth way more than that. This guy's going to be a top 2 defenseman. He already almost is. This guy is great, and him along Giordano is one of the best pairings that could possibly be in the NHL right now. Calgary's got a really good blue line right now. And you combine that with the goal scoring of Sean Monahan, Gaudreau, Calgary's back in the playoffs. I'm saying that right now. My opinion. Yeah, so Calgary is there. What else do I want to talk about? Then they signed him to, I think, what was it? 6 years, $34.5 million contract in total. A lot of money for right now, but honestly, I got you. No, great deal. I think they may be paying a little bit too much for him right now, actually, but in 2 or 3 years, they will not. They'll be underpaying him for probably the last 3 years of that contract. Great steal for Calgary. They signed Milan Frolik to a 5-year contract, $4.3 a year. That's too much, but Frolik's a good player. So, it's free agency. I mean, you overpay for people. You really do. And, I mean, in 2 years, will Calgary be, or 2 or 3 years, will Calgary be looking at that deal and saying, hey, maybe we overpaid? Especially when you got to give Monahan and Gaudreau these contracts. But for now, I think I can live with it. The LA Kings. Milan Lucic. Acquired him on draft day as well from the Boston Bruins for a first-round pick. And Martin Jones, who they then later shipped out to San Jose. Another team will be featuring quickly. 8 minutes. I got to speed things up a little bit. Milan Lucic. From the Boston Bruins. Milan Lucic's a great guy. I think he's a UFA next season. I don't think they're going to re-sign him. I think Milan Lucic will hit the free agency market. I don't know who's going to pick him up. But, I mean, with they want to keep Lucic. I don't doubt that. But with Kopitar getting that new contract he's got to get, I don't see them all working out. San Jose. Let's go to San Jose. San Jose, they didn't do a lot. They need to trade away. They definitely need to trade away Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau soon. Their value is just going to drop and drop and drop. They need to get them out of town fast before their value is nothing almost. They should have done it this offseason. They got to do it soon. They need to. They did get Martin Jones from the LA Kings for a first round pick next year, so LA kind of got that one back. Good move, LA. And Martin Jones, hopefully, he could be the starting goalie. I'm not sure if he can. Martin Jones, of all the goalies that switched, like Lehner and Talbot, I would definitely say that Martin Jones is definitely the one I'm most worried about not quite being a starting goaltender yet. But San Jose's going to take a chance on him, and hey, hope for the best there. Edmonton. Connor McDavid. What else can you say, man? They win the draft lottery even though they finished third last in the NHL. God damn lucky bastards of Edmonton. Don't mean that in any harm way. Edmonton fans out there, you are lucky. But don't put too much pressure on this kid. He's a special kid. He will do special things for your team. But do not put the world on him right now. He's not going to win you a Stanley Cup on his own. He needs a supporting cast. And he needs your help to deal with all this pressure. He's already been dealing with it for the past 6 years of his life, probably, being the next great Crosby. He needs a break. He needs to relax and just play hockey. Because if he relaxes and just plays hockey, he can get 100 points this season. So shut up. Let this kid play hockey. Do not follow him around every single place. Don't be asking for his autograph every single time he walks into a McDonald's. Even though I highly doubt he's eating McDonald's because of how fit the guy is. Just leave him alone. Please. This kid's special. Don't waste it. So yeah, looking good, McDavid. You'll keep there. And last but not least, we got the Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes, I want to talk about 3 quick prospects here. Anthony Duclair, Max Domi, and Ryan Strome. Dylan Strome, actually. Ryan Strome is on the Islanders. My bad, Justin. Anyway, Dylan Strome, I think of all the guys, he'll be back in the minors, but if he can go in there and fight for a spot and earn that spot, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it. My phone is ringing. Gonna ignore that for just a minute. So that is happening right there. And after that, Anthony Duclair will be on the team. Max Domi will be on the team. I can almost guarantee you that. And bringing back Vermette and McCulloch was very smart ideas. They traded him away at the deadline, got some picks and prospects with them. I think they just got picks, honestly. Or any no big name prospects. They did trade away Yandel for Duclair in that trade, but they didn't get Yandel back. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe they'll get him back next season. He's a free agent next season. Arizona has that thing of doing it. Good move. Bring him back. I like the move all around for Arizona. That is my predictions of all the teams. I gotta hurry up here. I hate to rush, but it's the first video, so give me a break, guys. My predictions for the standings: Anaheim Ducks. The Calgary Flames are gonna surpass the Vancouver Canucks and take second spot, especially with Hamilton and Frolik, and their puck possession will be much better. The LA Kings will finish in third. Vancouver is going to go in fourth, but they might miss the playoffs because I think the 2 wildcard spots might actually go to the next division. I'll talk to that about possibly in the next video. I think probably in the next video. Edmonton will finish fifth. Still not quite there yet. Maybe next year. They definitely could make it in this year. They're going to surprise. They could surprise us, but my guess that they're not. San Jose will finish sixth. They're aging. They're not a playoff team anymore. They're definitely not a Stanley Cup contender anymore. They need to realize the fact that Thornton and Marlowe are not the leaders and the best. They're not the players that they once were, and they might not win a cup with them. And the Arizona Coyotes will continue their rebuild and finish last. Probably not last in the NHL, but last, depending on how Mike Smith does. Anyway, guys, that's the Pacific Division preview episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a Facebook page, like I said earlier. It's called The Hockey Gods. The link will be in the bio down low, the description down low. Please click the link and like it. I just post stuff about the news in the NHL, my opinions on stuff, and yeah. Please email me at theshanaclan19@gmail.com. Again, that will be in the description below. Please like the video. It means a lot. And please subscribe. God, that means so much to you guys. Videos will be better, edited, and everything. You won't see me constantly looking down at the book all the time. Editing probably will start happening once the season begins, which is, goddamn, it's like 3 weeks away. It's so close. 3 more actually probably 4. I'll probably do a preview of the Central Division, the Metropolitan Division, and the Atlantic Division, and I'll probably do a whole episode dedicated to my Maple Leafs on their season preview because I am a Leafs fan. And each video during the season will consist of me talking about the Leafs for half the time and the NHL for half the time. Maybe one more of those two will be talked about a little more on each episode, depending on what the episode is about. Thank you guys for watching again. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you guys.